We got to talk about the moment at the right in front of the White House yesterday that everybody's talking about, which is when Trump bought himself a Tesla, and there was a parade of different models of Teslas there for the picking, because he announced yesterday that he was going to buy one to show support for Elon, who, of course, is facing all kinds of criticism and actual destruction of property by vandals who
and
just
the
are mad
stock.
at him.
They're crushing that stock. They have been.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And so Trump had Elon with him and explained his rationale for wanting to support Tesla.
Hello, President Trump. Are you looking to buy or lease today?
Well, I'm going to buy, and I'm going to buy because, number one, it's a great product, as good as it gets, and number two, because this man has devoted his energy and his life to doing this. I think he's been treated very unfairly by a very small group of people. And I just want people to know that you can't be penalized for being a patriot. And he's a great patriot. And he's also done an incredible job with Tesla. And I mean, nobody else has a car company started up in the last 30 years that's been successful. I don't think so. And not only successful, but super successful. And because he's able to find billions and billions and billions of dollars of fraud and waste and all of the things. I mean, our country is going to be very strong very soon because of a lot of the things that he's done and a lot of the things that I'm doing. And there's no better team, but there's no better for what we're doing. There's nobody like this, and he shouldn't be penalized. And when I watched the other day, I said, I can't believe it. It should be the opposite. People should be going wild, and they love the product, but because he's finding all sorts of terrible things that have taken place against our country, they want to penalize him in an economic sense. And I just think that's very unfair. So I just wanted to make a statement. I'm going to buy one. Now, here's the bad news. I'm not allowed to drive because I haven't driven a car in a long time, and I love to drive cars. But I'm going to have it at the White House, and I'm going to let my staff use it. I'm going to let people at the place use it. And they all are all excited about that. I'm not allowed to use it. Can you believe it? One of my great things in life is that I can, I like to drive cars, but I'm not allowed to.
I can't do it. Not allowed. They won't let me. Not allowed.
He also made the point that Elon has not ever asked him for anything. This is everything that Elon is doing. I mean, think about it. He does not have to do any of it.
No.
And he's doing it just like Trump didn't have to go through all the crap that he did or be president. He could have had a perfectly lovely life there at Mar-a-Lago, just enjoying life. But no, they both want to save this country. And so he made a point to say, Elon doesn't need this. Here he is.
Like what's happened to you, I'm going to do it. I didn't even know he was going to come. He's never asked me for anything. He endorsed me, and he never asked me. I didn't even know he was going to endorse me. The guy has never asked me. He's not saying, in fact, I could go a step further. I ended the electric mandate. Okay? I ended the electric mandate. And I figured, when's this guy calling to raise hell with me? And he never called. I mean, he never called me. If I were him, I would have called.
So on that,
because he's probably even better than I am.
Mr. President, is Elon Musk
even better than I am?
Can you do an Elon too?
If I listen to him enough, I can.
Yeah.
But it's, everybody talks about, oh, he just wants more money. Really, because all I see is everybody trying to destroy him and him losing money and facing hell, not just from the liberals, but from the people who work for Tesla, the people who are on the boards of a lot of these companies. They've given a wide swath to SpaceX because I think a lot of people go, NASA's not as good as it used to be, so we still can't get these people down. So but they've come hard. Plus, nobody has a spaceship, so it's kind of hard to yell at a spaceship when you don't have one. But they've come hard for him. He's losing money.
Yeah,
I mean, he's losing money.
He does not have to do this. It does not serve him in any way to be helping the country, except that he wants the country to be better. He is trying to save us from ultimate doom, which is where we're headed if we can not control our debt. And even though everybody's, all these crazy lefties are trying to to crash the stock. They're trying to ruin his businesses. They're trying to ruin him. He also made a new commitment to Donald Trump and to the United States. Here he is to explain.
To make that very helpful. I want to say, as a function of the great policies of President Trump and his administration, and as an act of faith in America, Tesla is going to double vehicle output in the United States within the next 2 years.
It's
Double.
a big deal. That's great. Thank you. And by the way, he makes one car. This one I don't understand. This one I don't want, but that's okay. Without a steering wheel. It comes out next year, right?
Yes.
Explain that, please.
Yes. Well, the Cybercab starts production in Texas next year, and it's self-driving. We have so much confidence in the self-driving nature of it that it'll actually not have a steering wheel. It will not have pedals. It'll either self-drive or not drive at all, but it'll self-drive.
President Trump, and I'm going to pass on that particular.
Why? You can't drive. It's perfect for you.
That makes me a little bit nervous. Like I know like the current Teslas, like they self-drive, but you can also control it when you want.
Yeah. I've been in the self-driving cars.
Really?
Yeah, I've been in the Waymos in the back. There's nobody in the front. Just zipping around.
Is it weird?
At first, for like 2 minutes, and then I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna start doing something.
But like, what about the lady that she was like doing circles in a parking lot and could not stop it?
Well, that sounds like a problem to her. I think it was her.
That is a problem.
You know what was the trouble? Did you see the ones in was it San Francisco when all of the Waymo cars are self-driving because they all pulled up the stop signs and they wouldn't go, they just honked at each other. Then there was like 4 or 5 cars and they're just all honking at each other.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I mean it's the future. I don't have a problem with it.
I'm a little freaked out about that. A little bit freaked.
I can understand that. But because it's control.
Yeah.
It is. It's like people like me. It's like flying. It's like there's no control. I can't see anything. It's over the side of the road. You got to just let it go and see. Okay, can we? Are you okay with it? Because once you're in it it does its first couple things. You're like, oh, that's fine.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. I'm not ready.
It's the other. It'll work a lot better when all of them are self-driving.
Right.
Idiots. You can't fix an idiot.
Well, also, Donald Trump could not resist during this entire thing because he got into his chosen Tesla. It was one of those red ones. I don't remember the model number, but or model letter, I guess.
It's probably an S because it's the best one. I wanted to get the truck, but I can't drive.
Right. Well, I think he did end up getting a truck for Kai, his granddaughter. He got one of the Cybertrucks. And then he was also given a Cybertruck by that one podcaster that he did that he interviewed with like during the campaign. Remember that the real famous kid that's like, oh God, I don't remember his name, but he's like a big gamer and Trump was on with him and that guy brought him a Cybertruck.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think.
So he already has one, but he wanted to support more and he could not resist getting in a couple little digs at Joe Biden during this whole hullabaloo. Check this out.
We all one of these of the Tesla? You want my notes?
Yeah.
They gave me notes. I said, I'm not Biden. I don't need notes. Think Biden could get into that car?
I just love that. And then, of course, as he gets out of his car, somehow he ends up creating this absolutely iconic photo, which happens all the time. And I don't think he means for it to happen. It just happens. And it's incredible. I don't know how this happens.
Yeah, that's a great look right there.
Right? It's a great look. Absolutely great. I love it.
Things, I love them. I mean, I'm not a car guy. Again, I don't care anything about cars, but I love them. They're cool. I mean, they're neat. Yeah. And driving in them, man, how fast they are. Have you been in one?
No, I have not. And I see the Cybertrucks I do think are super weird looking, but the cars are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
The Cybertrucks, what do they say? It looks like a 5 years. It's the thing you drew when you were 5. It's like, this is my all right, I'm gonna make it. They're so fast.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
You are 0 to 60 in like 1.5, 2 seconds, and your eyes, you can feel your body like it's awesome.
Oh my gosh. That's what I hear, that they're amazing to drive. Now, of course, the Democrats had nothing positive to say. They were so mad about this. And so the official Democrats account, all they could come up with about the day's events yesterday was to say ugly ass truck. That's what they said. And Jesse Waters made fun of their reaction to yesterday's events with all the Teslas. And here is Jesse on that.
Democrats are mad that Trump's promoting EVs. It's what Biden did for 4 years.
Mr. President.
This sucker's quick.
How
does it compare to the Corvette?
It's a beautiful car, but I like the Corvette.
Biden gave billions to Detroit to build EVs and then gave Americans $8,000 in rebates to buy one. But he didn't buy one. He said he liked his Corvette better.
Which is totally fine because Corvette's pretty sweet. But that being said, it is kind of a weird looking truck. You know what's weird? When I'm in Southern California, I don't see a lot of them. Here in Nashville, they're everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. And they look really goofy. I'm not going to lie.
They're super goofy. They're super goofy. But apparently it is for reasons. I don't know.
But why would you? Here's the thing. It's an American company.
Right. And it's an electric vehicle, which all the lefty climate crazy people are supposed to be super into.
That has American jobs. Could you imagine going Ford? What a crappy, company. Like what?
I know. It's so dumb. It's so masochistic, really.